Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It means a lot to me. And in this video, we're going to be taking a closer look at a newer offering by the company Guerlain, the House of Guerlain. This one is a 2014 release, and it goes by the name L'Homme Idéal. So here's the bottle. Once again, 2014 release. The perfumer behind this one is, of course, the in-house perfumer for Guerlain, Thierry Vasser. Thierry Vasser has done the original Guerlain Homme. He's also done some of the more recent flankers of Shalimar. He's responsible for Tonka Imperial. I mean, he's the in-house perfumer. So there are several dozen fragrances by Guerlain that he's done. He's also done fragrances for Dior, A Lab on Fire. The list goes on and on. So this one, a 2014 release, there actually is a flanker to this one. They released a cologne version, so it's called L'Homme Idéal Cologne. That one was released this year in 2015. Have not tried that one yet, so I'm only going to be talking about the original in this video. Now, the name translates to the ideal man, and I'm really happy to see some more recent releases from the House of Guerlain, part of their standard line. This fragrance is categorized as a woody aromatic, and I'm very excited to be talking to you guys about this one. Let's start things off by taking a look at the presentation. So here on the box you have a pretty cool design. At first it kind of reminded me of a QR code, but nonetheless, cool design. You have the name of the company, name of the fragrance down at the bottom, information at the back, some more information at the very bottom with the UPC code punched right here above the UPC code. And then you have the Guerlain logo at the very top of the box. As far as the bottle is concerned, you have a sticker here in the front with the name of the fragrance. On the very back you have that same design, and it says, "No need to L'Homme Idéal anymore, have your fragrance." Not sure what that means, but nonetheless, you have this pretty cool grip here on the cap, information at the bottom, serial number, everything on there, the Guerlain logo engraved into the cap as well as into the sprayer. You also find it on the inside of the cap. Really nice attention to detail. Cap clicks into place. This actually has one of the best atomizers, kind of like the Christian Dior atomizers, because you can control how much you want to spray. You can spray a little bit or you can spray a lot, and the distribution is fantastic. And that was a presentation for L'Homme Idéal by Guerlain. One of my subscribers, Vlad, writes, "I got only 3 words for this fragrance: sweet, sexy, and classic." And Amir writes, "Thank you for this choice. I've been waiting for you to pick this one. I personally think it's quite elegant and beautiful. Once again, thank you." My pleasure, Amir. So the reason I picked this fragrance up is because I heard that it contained a note of almond, and I love almond in fragrances. Dulce Aqua by Profumum Roma, Heliotrope is another fragrance by Etro that I really like. Also, Tonka Imperial has that secondary almond note in it that I really like. And this one does contain the note of almond, but it doesn't come across as strong as it does in those other fragrances. This one is kind of smooth. It has a sweet appearance to it, a sweeter olfactory texture. It's a little bit smoother. And in the opening, to me at least, it kind of reminds me of like cocoa or cacao, where it kind of has like this powdery nuance about it, but it's not too powdery that it smells like baby powder or something like that. Now, there is a sweetness to this fragrance, and I really like that about it. And I think that's brought forth by the note of tonka bean. There may also be a little bit of vanilla in the background, but mostly what I get from this one is a really nice smelling tonka bean note. Not something as natural or as grand and exquisite as Fève Délicieuse by Christian Dior, but it's definitely a better tonka bean than the one that you get in Versace Eros, Mandarina Duck Pure Black, and a lot of these other designer scents that have hit the market as of late. So it is really well done, and you are going to find something top-notch and something that smells better than your average cologne. Now, there are some woodsy nuances in here. I remember cedarwood being listed as a note, and perhaps I get a little bit of that as it starts to dry down. What I get more so of is the vetiver, and there's also this note of leather. I think it's like a suede leather that's used in here. I must get this out there right away. This fragrance does not smell animalistic in the least bit. And I think that was a primary concern for me as well. Whenever I see leather or civet or castoreum or musk, I think to myself, uh-oh, is this fragrance going to smell overbearingly animalistic? And honestly, I had a hard time even smelling the leather note in this one. It's not that strong, it's not aggressive, it's not animalistic, so it's not something that anybody's going to be turned off by. And I think that the reason for that is because the tonka bean note really dominates its composition. And there's also like an orange blossom note in there in accordance with some other citrus notes that are used in there that really provide this sort of uplifting yet neutralizing effect to the composition, where even though there are some other notes in here that could have potentially made this veer into daring territory, it really doesn't have that full chance to do so. Overall, I think this is a really nice scent. It has a sweetness to it, a subtle almond note, not quite the same one that you get in Heliotrope by Etro or Dulce Aqua by Parfum Roma, but nonetheless it's there, and it's a really nice addition and very different from other designer scents that you can find in Macy's or Sephora. Even though I haven't found this in Macy's or Sephora, I actually bought this at a duty-free shop, but nonetheless, if you could find this, if you could get your hands on it, I think that this is a really good buy. I have gotten a couple of compliments with it, nothing that has really struck me as too memorable of a compliment, if you will, but nonetheless, I have had some good luck with this one, and I want to finish things off by taking a look at the rating. So first up, we have uniqueness and overall smell, and I think this fragrance ranks above average. I don't think it veers necessarily into excellent territory. While the smell is unique, and I think it brings something very different to the table, despite the fact that it utilizes the note of tonka bean, which is used in a lot of more recent designer releases like Versace Eros and Mandarina Duck, I think this one is done differently because it's accented by all of these other notes that really bring forth a unique aura to the composition. But for that reason, I think that despite the fact that it is a little bit in the unique territory, I don't think it's the best offering from the House of Guerlain, and I've definitely smelled a lot more natural smelling, more unique smelling, better blended fragrances, especially in the L'Art et la Matière collection from the house. But nonetheless, I think this is a solid release if you're buying a designer fragrance and you want something that is not in the very expensive range. As far as longevity on this one is concerned, the longevity is also above average. Once again, it's not excellent. I think I got about 8 hours from this one, and that's about all I need. And performance in terms of projection on this one, I found that it radiated within an arm's length, I want to say for like 2.5 to 3 hours. It never really jumps out at somebody and chokes them, which is a good thing, but at the same time it's not beast mode, and I think that that's quite fitting and suitable for this fragrance as well. As far as versatility goes, once again, above average, not excellent. I think anybody can wear this, whether you're a man or a woman. I think you can wear this in any scenario, whether it's dressed up, dressed down. You can wear this on a date or a night out, just because it is appealing. It's a safe scent, I think, despite the fact that it does have, you know, vetiver and leather and some of these seemingly, you know, challenging ingredients. They're not challenging at all. And I think somebody 25 and up can wear this. I just probably wouldn't recommend it to somebody who's a little bit younger, but you can wear this all year round. And then lastly, in terms of presentation, I actually like the presentation. Very heavy bottle, cap clicks into place, really good distribution on the atomizer, pretty cool design. I love the name, the concept, everything about it. So if I were to give this one an overall score, I think I would give it an 8 out of 10. And the reason I say that is because just like you saw all across the board in all these different categories, it does above average, but it doesn't do excellent, or as far as it caters to my personal taste. So overall, I think it's a really solid scent. I think that there are some better offerings from the House of Guerlain, but this one does things differently. So it all depends on, does it cater to your personal taste? If you like notes like tonka bean and almond and orange blossom and cedar, suede, you might like this combination. I think it's a really unique scent. So once again, everyone, thank you all so much for watching. That was my review of L'Homme Ideal by Guerlain. If you own or have tried this scent, please let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. I would love to read your comments and respond to them. And also, please don't forget to subscribe for future reviews like this one, but also top 10s and giveaways. I have a lot of giveaways coming up. So once again, guys, thank you all so much for watching. This has been Steven with another review from Redolessence. We'll see you soon.